This is the first video to section 1.4. We will be quickly going over definitions and terms. For a more in-depth explanation, please make sure to watch the lecture video. The purpose of an experiment is to investigate the relationship between two variables. Two important variables we'll be discussing in this section is the explanatory variable, and that's the variable that causes the change in the other variable. Our other variable is called the response variable. And that's the variable that is affected by the explanatory variable. Oftentimes, in an experiment, the researcher manipulates the explanatory variable and then observes or measures what results in the response variable. The possible different values of the explanatory variable are treatments, whereas the single object or individual to be measured is called the experimental unit. Sometimes we'll have other factors or other variables that might cloud an experiment. We call these lurking variables. When conducting an experiment, researchers have to be careful because the power of suggestion can have an important influence on the outcome of an experiment. Studies have shown that simply knowing that they are receiving treatment can have an effect on the response variable. So in order to minimize the power of suggestion, we have what's called a control group. And our control group is given a placebo treatment, which is a treatment that cannot influence the response variable. For example, to test a new blood pressure medication, one treatment would be given the new pill that is being tested, whereas the control group would be given the placebo pill. That doesn't do anything. Often in a study, a person does not know if they are receiving the active treatment or not. This is called blinded. And sometimes both the subject receiving the treatment and the researcher involved with the treatment, neither of them know if they are giving or receiving the placebo or not. This is referred to as double-blinded. On the next page, we have an example of the Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation. Please take a moment to pause the video, read the example, and see if you can fill out the following questions. In part A, we're asked for the explanatory variable and the response variable. The explanatory variable is the scent, whereas the response variable is the time it takes to complete the maze. For the treatments, we have a floral scented mask and we have an unscented mask. In letter C, we're asked to identify any lurking variables that could interfere with the study. In this case, all the subjects experienced both treatments. The order of the treatments was randomly assigned, so there were no differences between the treatment groups. Random assignment eliminates the problem of lurking variables. And letter D, is it possible to use blinding in this study? And in this case, it's likely the subjects will clearly know whether they can smell the flowers or not, so the subjects probably are not blinded. However, the researcher timing the maze might be blinded. It's possible they will not know which subjects are wearing the scented masks or the unscented masks. On the next page, consider example 13. See if you can answer the following questions while the video is paused. In letter A, the researcher selects a block where she is comfortable walking because she knows many of the people living on that street. This sample here could be biased. How should we correct it? The researcher needs to select areas in the community at random. In letter B, no one seems to be home at 4 of the houses on her route. She does not record the addresses and does not return at a later time. In this case, the researcher is intentionally omitting data. This will likely create bias in a sample. Suppose the researcher is gathering information about jobs and childcare. By ignoring people who are not home, she may be missing data from working families that are relative in her study. So what can she do to fix this? The researcher needs to make every effort to interview all the members of the target sample. And in letter C, she skips 4 houses because she is running late for an appointment. When she gets home, she fills in the forms by selecting random answers from other residents in the neighborhood. It is never acceptable to fake data. The duplication is fraudulent and can create bias in the data. What should she do to fix this problem? She needs to interview everyone on her route. And this ends the video on section 1.4.